Flour frosting. Looks like we're baking a cake.
I'm gonna bake something tasty. Gonna be crazy. Meow.
So here we have 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. 2 eggs, 1 cup of milk, 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, and 1 cup of strong, good black coffee. Here we have 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of flour spooned and leveled, and 1/2 cup of oil. Hello? How you doing? How are things? What's it like out there? Yeah. It's been crazy here. West Virginia, Fairmont. My daughter has the sniffles. A couple of weeks ago, I made some flour frosting. I don't got too much of it. It's just gonna sit around and go bad. And flour frosting is a pain to make. As you have seen, you've seen me make it. You gotta boil it on the stove. Gotta get it to the right temperature. Whip it up. Because if you don't, it separates. Which this one is doing a little bit. But anyway, to help alleviate this large amount of frosting in my fridge, I'm just gonna make a chocolate cake. Duh, easy. So what we're gonna do, friends, is make a very easy chocolate cake recipe. This is essentially what you would find in your boxed cake mixes, except that instead of having one bag of chocolate colored powdered goodness that you just add eggs and oil to, we are going to mix together that bag of chocolate goodness and then add the eggs and oil to. Boom, make a cake. I like to make my cakes from scratch for a number of reasons. Texture, consistency, whatnot. But also, we've got 1/2 cup here of canola oil, which is rich in omega-3 fatty acids. And since my daughter and I and my wife are vegetarian, Wednesday needs omega-3s. I know it's not a lot, but you can control things like this. And, get to put in a nice little bit of good, strong coffee. There she is. What are you doing, baby? Do you want something? Good, strong coffee. This is my dad mug. Yeah, it's for mixing eggs. I got this at the hospital from the gift shop. I don't know. We were there for 4 weeks waiting for this little thing to get better. She was on ECMO for a while, and it was a long process. Bye. And so I went to the gift shop one day, and it was the only thing there, the only vessel I wanted coffee. The only vessel. So I thought it was fitting. This is Wednesday. How you doing? Hey, you can say hi? Say hi to everybody. Say hello. We're going to make a chocolate cake. Do you want chocolate cake? Yeah? Okay. Well, I want to make it.
Eggs.
Eggs. Yeah, we're gonna put eggs in the chocolate cake.
So what?
Huh?
The horses.
We're gonna wash our hands. Absolutely. Do you want to go watch Miss Rachel while I make this cake? Yeah? Okay. I love you. I'll be back. I'm right here. Wow. Alright, so you heard the little lady. Wash your hands. Back. Okay. This is my double towel. It's from Temptations. I'm partial to Temptations, and as you can see, a little bit of Pioneer Woman, aesthetic. It's something my wife and I agreed on, and it works. It works for the old world, the tile in the kitchen. But anyway, this is a good recipe to just mix everything together, and just like you would do on a boxed cake. I got the electric mixer over here. We're gonna whip this up for about 2 minutes, and then put it into two 9-inch buttered and floured pans. I don't usually use cooking spray. I don't like it. It coats on things. I tend to use if I do use it on a cake pan, Baker's Helper. It's an oil-based spray with flour in it. That flour is going to help release the cake from the pan. This is going to go into the oven. 350. 350 is that magic browning temperature for 30 minutes. It's just as your box cake would do. Okay, so we're going to take all these things and we're going to mix them up, and we're going to see what we get here. Okay, and get our leavening agents. Flour. Yeah. And then we have cocoa. It's half a cup of cocoa. I have here specifically black cocoa. We often go to the Amish market. We like to go to Springs, PA. We'll go up to Grantsville, Maryland. It's about about an hour from here. I'm Maryland born in the Baltimore area. I like going back. It's nowhere near where I came from. I mean, honestly, but I do appreciate being there. Anyway, we go to the Amish market over there in Springs, just across the border there. They have a really great Amish festival a couple times a year. That's always nice, but the market's right there on the corner as you get into Springs, and sometimes I'll get there are different levels of cocoa. They're, of course, alkaline and non-alkaline cocoa, depending on how they're processed, meaning they either have acidity in them or the acidity's been removed. To make it easier for baking, I don't know if you all watched the mahogany cake I made, but that's using chemistry, using a non-alkaline cocoa and adding acidity gives it a little brightness. So this cocoa is not going to have a lot of acidity in it. Black cocoa is what you'll find in Oreos. Oreos use black cocoa. And you'll see when we mix this up just how dark it gets. But there's also, your average Dutch processed cocoa. Very light in color, that has the acidity taken out. It's been processed. It's sort of a milkier chocolate. And then, and this is what you're going to find if you go to an Amish market, honestly. You're not going to find this at the store. But aristocrat cocoa is always nice. It's a very nice in-between. It's very luxurious. Hence the name, aristocrat cocoa. She found an alphabet toy. Okay, mixed our cocoa and our leavening agents with our flour. This is going to be our dry ingredients. We're going to mix everything together with our wet ingredients here with our sugar, and then I'm going to hit the electric mixer and just really give this a boost for about 2 minutes. Okay, we got 2 eggs here, oil, sugar. I know you're saying a lot of these processes are the same. Cookies. You know, you're just mixing in your sort of cream and oil and sugar. You're creaming together the sugar with butter. They are the same. Except the butter melts a little faster. Makes it good for cookies because they're only in the oven for just about 10 minutes. There we go. I'm going to add in this vanilla and the milk. Yeah. Okay, we've got this all mixed up. Now we're just going to add in a little bit of the flour, just about half. You don't want to overmix, and you also don't want to mess, so take it half and half, okay? Okay, so here you can already see this black cocoa is really giving this a dark color, and so once you have this mixed up just a little bit, you don't want to incorporate everything, you're going to take this this nice dark coffee, yum yum, pour this in here, alright? Give this a good mix for about 2 minutes. Alright. There we go. Into the oven. Half an hour. Now this is kind of like a rushed video, you know, what going on. My daughter does have a cold, a sniffle, sneezing, and coughing, and congested. She's 2, a little over 2. Hasn't really gotten sick yet, you know, so it's kind of, you know, she's jumping around, playing, having a great time. You know, so she's running through here. But you know, you just don't know what to do. I'm a new parent. Yeah, I don't know what to do. My coworkers are just like, you know, their kids. They get sick. You know, it happens. There's not much you can do about it. You just gotta let them fight it out. You're gonna give them some. We got her some medicine. We got her some allergy medication. Just kind of wait and you know, it's not a waiting. You know, she's fine. I don't know. She's laying there taking a nap, perfectly fine. Sounds fine, but it's weighing on me. Situation with everything in the country weighing on me. The fear of losing everything. I don't want anyone out there to feel like they're gonna lose something and it's their fault, you know, watching the news and not paying attention. Things are getting ripped away from people, their jobs, their healthcare, and I know my wife would be of the mind that if she loses her Medicaid, she would somehow have done something wrong. And I know there are a lot of people out there who are probably of the same mind. And I just want you to know that you didn't do anything to deserve any of this. I don't want to get too political, really, with things like this. I'm just trying to, honestly, I'm trying to use up some flour frosting that you know, it's my wife's favorite. Made a little bit too much of it last time. I had made a confetti cake just to do, and made some flour frostings. I know she liked it. I know you were thinking when you poured these into the pan, you know, the batter is very runny, and it was very runny batter, but what you want is you can have some crumbs here, but it looks just a little bit, to me anyway, just a little bit on the moist side. So we'll leave these in here for another couple minutes. But yeah, it was a very runny batter. There's a lot of moisture in that batter, especially when you add that coffee at the end. Um, but much like the mahogany cake, which was also a little runny, we add a lot of moisture there too with the coffee. But I don't know if you followed along with that one, if you made that cake with me, but that was a fantastic cake. Oh my god, that was a fantastic cake. I had never been, I'm a northern area. I'm from the Baltimore area. My wife is born and raised here in Fairmont, West Virginia. Her family, born and raised here. Her her grandmother, they're all here. Um, so this flour frosting is like a southern tradition. And I even in my baking, going to baking school and working at bakeries and whatnot, I just didn't come across it, and it's one of her favorite things. So I try to make it a lot. It's a temperamental frosting, very temperamental. Even the batch I made there is a little separated. Um, I will admit that when in making the mahogany cake, I think the thing that really helps is that you're adding cream cheese, which helps to solidify that frosting. Even when it starts to separate, that cream cheese is going to help bind together. Don't really get that much with the just the plain flour frosting. Um, but she liked it. I mean, it's okay. It just, to me anyway, not as firm, not as set. I would prefer it to be a little more set. Um, but I made a lot of it. I don't didn't necessarily mean to, but it was for a 3-layer cake, and I made it 2-layer cakes. There you go. And I just I like it. I do, and I couldn't pin it down. I couldn't, and maybe you have already figured this out. But it took my wife to say it to me. It was a confetti cake. It was a white confetti cake with deep flour frosting. So I couldn't pin it down. I was like, this is. I like the cake, but the frosting doesn't. And she says it's like you're adding the batter to the cake. It's like you're licking the batter after you made the cake. That's what the flour frosting does. It gives you this almost this raw. It's like licking the spoon with the batter. It was perfect. It was just I finally dinged. Like, yes. Okay, trust. Okay, these guys out here. Um, I was I. But anyway, what I was getting to is, even if you have a runny batter, as you can see from this, if you've followed along and made your cake, a lot of rise, a good amount of rise here. It's a lot better. See, it's more like what you want here, if you can see that. But not a lot of on there. A tiny bit, the the crumbs there is just let you know that you have a moist cake on your hands, um, as opposed to a dry cake, which I don't really want. I do not understand here. Walked away. I just walked away. Just checking on the kid. Just around the corner. I'm gonna let that one. That was kind of more at the front of the oven. I have a small oven. I have a small kitchen. Small house. Which is fine. It's got its perks. See, I have an odd collection here of celebrity alcohol. That was 4 Walls from the guys who are Always Sunny. Here's Aviation, Gin, Ryan Reynolds. I just happen to love Von Payne, their gargoyles. This gold one here is signed. I love signatures. All of these bottles. I mean, they're not real. This is a real signature. Danny Trejo, of course, has non-alcoholic. My spirit animal, if you will, Mr. Nick Offerman, Ron Swanson, which started all this. That's Long Branch, Matthew McConaughey's collaboration with Wild Turkey. Got a nice glass there. It's Indigo from Snoop Dogg. Father Time, of course, is Jim Gaffigan. That bottle is signed by Jim Gaffigan. Dos Hombres. Why am I showing you all this? It all started with these. These are the Nick Offerman Lagavulin collaborations that my wife got me a bottle, and that started. There's a glass that my wife had gotten for me for Father's Day. There's my Father's Day card. Pass me juice in it. I found this little pedestal. It kind of lights up. There's my baby wearing a a silly bunny costume. So of course, Svengoolie back there. But this is my anniversary, my wooden anniversary card from my wife. That's a little bit of Helvetia there. So these are just things I love, just things I appreciate. There's another glass my wife got me for Father's Day. So these are all things that I kind of just appreciate. That whole memory for me. There's Danny Trejo, non-alcoholic gin. That bowl there is from a trip to the observatory, Pratt Observatory in Pittsburgh. Yeah. Of course, I wanted this our magnetic lock. I wanted a Frankenstein head cookie jar. It's got my cereal bars in it for work, and of course I have one for the little lady. For Miss Wednesday, she has the bride, and inside of there are her little cereal bars. So, I mean, a small kitchen, but, a lot of love, a lot of goodness. We have, my wife has her little collection of solar, little solar guys. Of course, mine, yeah, my only contribution, my wife let me get, this is, Bob Ross, And we just have little things here. These little coffee drinking gnomes are from Grantsville. They're from one of our favorite wood shops. And then, of course, I have, when my daughter was born, I got a little gift box from work. And I wasn't able to go to the Christmas party, but they provided gift boxes. Inside, there was this little plant. And it's been alive since then. I put it on this little shelf with this little alien guy who keeps watch. And it's been alive ever since. It even it died at one point, and I had to take a cutting and replant the cutting, and I don't know. There's just something about having it there that just makes me feel better. All right, so it's good. It's done. My daughter, she's asleep, but she likes to, my wife has gotten her into the habit of smelling something and going, it's nice. And that would be great if she maybe I'll get a little reaction later. But my desired effect here, with the ermine frosting, the flour frosting, is to get like a chocolatey Oreo batter cake. I don't know. I love working with the black chocolate. Honestly, it makes any cake, any cookie, it just makes it taste like an Oreo. I mean, that's what they use. They use black cocoa. Nice, dark, rich, black look. If you were to use a Dutch processed cocoa, it would have more of a milk chocolatey look to it, much lighter. But this is also great if you're going for like an Oreo aesthetic. I want to crush up some Oreos, put it in the middle. I'll show you all this later. I'm just doing this now because I have nothing else to do. this off. My daughter's asleep. Finally, I mean, she ran around for a good bit, but with her being, you know, a little under the weather, it's good that she's laying down. But you know, if you want a good Oreo aesthetic to your cake, I'm gonna crush some Oreos up and put that in between, put it on top, kind of decorate a little bit. Go with some black cocoa. The aristocrat cocoa is really good if you have a chance to get to an Amish market. It's aristocrat cocoa. It's right in between your Dutch processed and your dark cocoa, but very rich, very smooth flavor. I mean, so I'm gonna let this cool for a while. I'm gonna take care of some things, and then I'll come back, and we'll try to put this thing together. See what we get. Yeah, there you have it. A lot of flour frosting, leveled by Cake Off. Some Oreos there. You can hear a little certain somebody being a nut. How you doing? Are you okay? What's up? I don't know. I don't know what any of that means. But hey, nice cake, right? Nice chocolate cake, good flavor. That strong coffee does a lot there. You can use any kind of coffee you want. I like to use something bold, but anyway. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy the cake, and you know, just take some time, enjoy your time with some little ones, maybe, or okay. Just relax out there. Take it easy. We're all in this together, you know. And if we can enjoy a good chocolate cake, in the meantime, hey, why not, right? So have fun baking and take care. Okay, so you know, just like I said, I had a fairly large tub of ermine frosting, flour frosting. So just a layer in the middle. My wife had bought a giant box of Oreo cookies. She wanted the Post Malone Oreos, which were like salted caramel. Awesome. Posty, you're doing it, man. You're everywhere, and you're doing it right, okay? Oreos, yes, thank you, all right? It's down. Thanks, Posty. So put some Oreos in the middle, and then on the top, you know, just your average, nice little slice of Oreo cake there. Yum, yum. Okay, it's nice and dark. You see that? Nice dark, almost black in color. Very soft, you know, very nice. Just a tip. Make this ahead of time. Put those Oreos in there. Layer in the middle. Just a couple on top. Put it in the fridge. Let it stay in the fridge for an hour or so. Let it really cool. You know, maybe a little more. 2 hours. I don't know. Make it ahead of time. Bust it out for dinner. Say, hey, folks, I made a cake. Bam. Because what it does, it just gives those Oreos a little softness. You know. Yeah. See, there we go. Mm. So good. The flour frosting, honestly, it does. It gives it like a little bit of batter, and you know, so it's almost like eating Oreo cookie batter cake. Oreo cookie batter cake. But it's just a beautiful thing. I mean, come on, that is a beautiful piece of cake. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you were able to use some dark cocoa. Like I said, any Amish market will have that. Aristocrat cocoa, Dutch process, it doesn't really matter. Any kind of cocoa powder you want, you can put in this cake. And it's going to be fluffy, light, smooth. Put some Oreos in there. Put something else. Chocolate chips, white chocolate chips. You name it, man. And with that, I'm gonna say happy baking. Stay strong out there. We're all turn off the news. We're all in this together. All right. Enjoy some cake, and now check this out. A little bit of happiness. Start your day or end your day. Uh, little baby enjoying some cake. What's up? What do you want? More cake. You want more cake? Yum, yum, yum. What do you think? Is it good? More cake.
Yeah.
Is it Noe? Is it Noe? Is it good cake?
Yeah. It's in